All right, what's going on, guys? Trader Cause here, and this is going to be a market review. I guess kind of all the markets I trade just about, so this might be a little longer one than we're normally used to. I'll cover Bitcoin, SPX, gold, and then maybe a couple Forex pairs. So let's jump right into it. Um, so, Bitcoin, we've had some insane volatility. I personally thought that we were going to drop from around here, so I did not catch this long. I did end up shorting 10.2, and I still have the majority of that open. And we're bouncing from some monthly SR right now. This one, on BitMEX, we nuked all the way to 8.6, but I don't think that's super relevant. 9.3 is a key level for me, though, looking from a monthly time frame. I know Bybit doesn't have as much monthly information, but it is this level right here. Coinbase shows more information, but it's where the monthly close of January, February open is where that is. Just looks weird on this chart. So as long as we can hold that, I think it is possible that we push higher. It's kind of hard to play levels within this range now, just because invalidations are so far away. Because if you bounce up here and it's like, oh, you want to short 9.7, you can't really get a stop loss anywhere close. It would have to at least be above this wick at the breakdown, in my opinion. I might have more of a conservative outlook, but that's just how I would play it. So for me, I still have some of my short open. I do think we continue lower, but I'm not here to make predictions. I'm here to lay out some scenarios, and if my scenarios play out, then we react based off of them. So for me to get short or add short, I wouldn't add at this point, but I think the only logical place where you can short this is around 10K. And if it did spike back up there, I don't know who would want to short that. I probably wouldn't. I think the only setup other than like a lower time frame thing, because obviously we're forming somewhat of a range around here. I don't know how you want to draw it. But if we broke back above, broke out, got back under whatever the high was before breaking out, which looks like this level, then you could short, and that would give you an invalidation level. But without that, I won't be looking for shorts really. So yeah, that's pretty much, that's the only way I would short it around this 9.5 level. Confirmation for me that we will go lower is first breaking below here and then breaking below monthly support. This level has been key, as you can see, goes back pretty far. So it's where price stalled here, held this support right there, broke through, didn't quite hit it, but it hit this general region. Then we really nuked resistance, consolidate, break through, and then we've kind of just been hanging out around this level. It looks better when we zoom in a little. We have gotten some clean interactions there. So there's resistance, support, support. You can see this is where we had this flip pretty perfectly. And come around here, support, held it like 3 times right there. General region once again here and here. And then that's where we caught this dip so far. So it seems pretty logical that if we break down like that, we'll be looking to short. And I think 8.8 is a pretty logical place for price to go. And then zooming out a little further, I don't see why this couldn't come back to around here, which is, it's this whole level right here. This area has been key for price. But yeah, you could draw a line anchored off that high, which here I'll do that instead of aimlessly drawing my horrible lines. So that's kind of my higher time frame outlook on Bitcoin. To get bullish again, for me to really be bullish, I think we have to get above 10.5, and you can see like we got this high, we got stupid magnet, this high, and now this one, which is only how far? 10, like a little over $100 off. And I think a lot of people would look for something like that to short. And so I think the next time we do go up around there, we're just gonna blast right through it. I don't think that super clean setup of those triple highs is gonna I don't think it's gonna present itself. So with that being said, let's move on. I guess just to recap, unless structure kind of gives me an invalidation where we break out and then break back under, then you could short it, and that gives you an invalidation level for a lower time frame play. Higher time frame play, get below monthly SR. Longs, I mean, I guess if we do break out and then hold the old highs as support and then keep pushing up, I guess you can start to look for longs to fill in. Wow, that was disgusting. Fill in the little inefficiency there. But we'll see. I can't really talk about that this far in advance just because it would take a lot for that to play out really. So moving on to SPX, I was long last week, ended up closing most of it right around here because I believe this was when Trump was speaking, and I was just like, was that the end? No. June 2nd, June 1st. I was way back here. June 1st, whatever. Oh yeah, this is a 15-minute chart. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so last week I entered along, played it for a while. I think I posted this one actually on Twitter, and I think we closed it somewhere around here. And I was like, I'll wait till next week to get long. We have this high, which was the high of all of May, I believe. The green was our Monday range, so you can see we kind of got out of it, retested there, and now we're pushing away. For me to get long on this, I would want to see it pull back into here, and then I will play it to 3,111, which is, bear with me, this high. So that resistance level. So that's kind of my plan on SPX. Who knows? I mean, longs are going to work until they don't on this. You know, we've already rallied like $1,000 off this low, but we're kind of compressing up into this level, so maybe we get a big spike and then we start to retrace, but we'll see what happens. That's what it would take for me to get long. For me to short, I would probably want to see us lose 3,000. What is this? 3,019. You can see that's was resistance, broke through support, and then zooming in a little bit, that's where we bounced this general region, and so break back below that, and I will look for some short setups. Moving on to gold. So I longed gold today. It's looking okay. Longed it at 1,728. When I longed it, it was right after this candle. So we broke below this low, got back inside, and I entered, but we had one good candle up and then kind of nuked down, took out this low. So I want to see it get back in here, push up. We can look to compound around there, and then also above 1745, which was resistance here, resistance there. Ultimately, I'm going for those highs at 1765. But that's kind of my gold plan. If I get stopped out of this trade, then all good. And I will wait for it to get back above here, and then I can look for long setups again. Moving on to Euro. So I'm still in this long from last week. Only 50% of it though. It's at, well, got my drawing tool out. I guess sitting at around 3R right now. For me to compound on this, I probably wouldn't add unless we got a retest of this level. If I drag it back out here, this was resistance, tested 3 times or so. resistance, 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 and you can see right when we broke through it, this thing shot up. So that gives even more significance to this level for me. Retest of that would be a long confirmation, get back above that high, which you can see this general region held a support around here. So a reclaim of that level after a dip would be a good long in my opinion, and your invalidation would be the low before getting back above that. So that's kind of my compounding plan for euro. Cable has been pretty clean on a higher time frame basis. I missed this setup, but it was super clean. This low was support here, lost it, got back above, retested it, and then we've kind of rallied from there. That's last month's high and low, I guess April now, because it's June, so this is 2 months ago. But I just think these levels have been pretty clean, and the target eventually is up here. Get above that though and hold it, then I think there's a bunch more upside coming for cable. I like this SR level right here in the middle. So it's the support before that breakout, support, really nice SR flip, and then we shot right through it. But if it does come back down, I do think that would be a good place to buy. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't know if that happens this week. Probably wouldn't. But if we get down there before taking out those highs, then I'll look to long into them. If this thing just keeps shooting up this week and we take them out, get like a aggressive rejection and get back under, then I would be looking to short it, probably down to this 124 level. USD JPY is finally, it's starting to pull back a little bit. I am bullish on yen pairs. I don't know how you can't be. They have been shooting up a bunch. So I got my eyes on this high and also right around here. You can see that's the level that's kind of tagged as resistance, and we were just consolidating here for a long time. This wasn't the monthly open. I think this was last month, but I just left it on there because you can see how significant it's been once it got back above. Perfect retest. I mean, that was a gorgeous opportunity, but I missed it. So I would look for long setups around 108. Yeah, around 108. This region in general is kind of my plan there. And then lastly, Swissy. I mean, the dollar currency index has been taking a hit. This is also last month's open, but as you can see, it's been pretty key support, held here, and it's kind of holding here. So it's probably from like a 4 hour. So what I would want to see is get back above here, hold that level, and then we could look for longs probably into there. I'm not really bullish on the dollar big picture right now, so this would just be a counter trend play, but that is kind of my idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and have some ideas for setups on a lot of these. Gold and euro are the only ones I'm in right now, and still some of my short on Bitcoin. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hadn't made a video in a while, so kind of wanted to put one out. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, I'm trading Forex, commodities, and SPX on PrimeXBT. So if you guys are interested, I have a link. You can check that out, and if you sign up and use one of my two promo codes, you can get 50% off fees, which is pretty massive, or a 50% bonus on deposit. So I'll put that in the description, and see you guys in the next video.